Problematic Pub Podcast.
Problematic Pub Podcast.
Problematic Pub Podcast! The lunatics won't get much.
Problematic Pub Podcast.
Problematic Pub Podcast! Problematic Pub Podcast! Get out of pub!
You think it's funny? Come here and smack you in the mouth.
Just letting everybody know we on Patreon. It's just £3 a month and it helps us keep this going. All the money we earn goes back into the podcast. We'll do some travel specials. We've got a lot of things we want to do. For just £3 a month, you are helping us tremendously. What do they get for the £3, Simon?
So for £3 a month, you're going to get early access to all our public episodes without any of the adverts in. You're going to get an extra episode every week, which is a Patreon, the dodgy stuff we have to hide behind the paywall. You're also going to get access to our entire back catalogue of every Patreon episode we've done since day one. You're also going to get early access to tickets to anything we're doing. That includes the Comedy Club in Pontardawe and any of the live tours. That's everything you get.
You find us on patreon.com/problematicpub. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the Problematic Pub Podcast. I'm going to clue what episode this is. We've lost track with myself, Sound Emmanuel, this man next to me.
Hello, Sanford.
Sandu, who we got on today?
We have got a class comedian and a Londoner. His name is Tom Houghton.
We're going to punch you in the belly, hey!
You fucking won it.
Yeah. so you've kidnapped Tom from the Glee last night. That's what happens. Yeah.
We gigged together last night.
Yeah.
It was, when I found out he's in a boarding school, he's posh, like he's fucking having it. But he was funny as fuck and a good laugh.
Yeah, it's weird that, isn't it? When you backs up and then you're like, oh, he sounds fucking good. He's all right. So
it is a divide, isn't it? In comedy sometimes. It's like, oh, he's from middle class, but he's fucking sound.
Yeah, so Tom, we're going to give you about 30 seconds to say a bit about yourself, then we're going to move on to more pressing issues like the last time you shit yourself, stuff like that. So Tom, what are you about, mate?
I can't understand a word either of you are saying. I'm here completely against my will. I need to blink 3 times to get removed from this situation. I don't know who the fuck I just got put in a bag and taken here.
He thinks I'm Bulgarian.
I assumed that that's where the drugs would be, and I've been following him here. That was my whole plan.
Oh, don't give up yet. We checked it out. Doing that somewhere.
Hello, my name's Tom. I am 40 years old, boarding school from 6 years old. Father is the ex-head of the entire British Armed Forces.
That's a long time to be in boarding school from 6 to 40.
A lot of biscuits we used in those days. Many packets. And then I lived in the Tower of London for 7 years. That's another...
But that's mental. You're aware that's mental, right?
That was definitely one of the moments I was like, this is not normal. I don't think.
What was it like in the Tower of London?
Cold a bit.
It was great chat-up line.
Yeah.
So that certainly helps.
Yeah.
It was mad. Like, it was cool to live in history.
Yeah.
Like, joking aside, that was the cool bit.
Yeah.
Because like the crown jewels were like 100 meters away from my front door.
Yeah.
And we had like a Queen's Guard. We didn't have to lock the door because there was a Queen's Guard stand outside it. And every morning you'd wake up and there'd be like 1,000, 2,000.
That was like a posh man's Rottweiler. Like in Town and all that. Don't lock the door, fucking Barney, dear boy.
Walk down the street with them on a lead.
We take a beer back. Like, I want to see the crown jewels. You've got some jewels, beer. Like, could you walk any time and have a look at the jewels? Like,
well, it got locked up in the evening.
Yeah.
But I could just go in and look at the jewels anytime. Yeah.
What do they look? What are they? What do they look like? Because I don't even know what the crown jewels are.
Well, that's the crown jewels.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Because so there's a lot of crowns.
Yeah. That would make sense. Yeah.
And lots of big jewels in them.
Yeah.
It's crowns and jewels, isn't it? Is essentially what that is. There's lots of scepters.
Yeah. Well, I don't. What's that?
No. So scepter's like a big long stick with a ball at the end.
Right, yeah.
You ever seen like King Charles walking down Westminster with all that stuff? Yeah.
That wouldn't get used proper in a working class house, even if he's worth 2 million people. Go fucking turn our fucking light off up there, boy.
and then if he gets kinked, get bend over, you fucking set it over.
Kids, get in for fucking tea.
Then they had orbs, they were like, do you ever play Worms Armageddon? Do you remember Holy Hand Grenades?
Yeah.
Them, they look exactly like Holy Hand Grenades.
The cross on top.
Yeah. Hallelujah. Then there was lots of swords.
Yeah.
So And then also there was like big sort of like wine goblets and whole sort of stuff for boozing, like the party gold.
Yeah.
Back in the days, everything was gold plated.
Yeah.
And so you have
Proper
these
sesh den, like.
proper gold sesh den. Yeah.
Right.
The Royals and the Nazis back in the day would have had some the Venn diagram crossover would be mad.
Come back to the kitchen in, or to have a look at the goblet.
That'd be so funny when it hit there. Go. We're going back for a session in the kitchen. But before we do, what religion are you? Religion check.
We must keep it in the line.
Do you reckon they did the coke in SWAT stickers?
Oh, definitely.
Oh my God, that's a fucking hell of a line.
Yeah.
You can't be fucking dizzy. I got fucking hell. Come out cross-eyed. That's fucking mental. So, how old were you when you lived there?
Oh, so this was 3-4 years ago. So basically, 30 years old to 37.
Oh, that's quite cool, then, because you can appreciate it more then, can you?
Yeah, I didn't grow up in it at all. So
Yeah, that's cool.
I sort of, as I was growing up, I was, like I said, boarding school from 6, but lived in Germany, Northern Ireland, all over the place.
Went where to the...
Yeah, because military, you move around all over the place.
Yeah.
And then so I didn't see my dad a lot, actually. And so then when I was in a group called The Noise Next Door living in Brighton, then when I went solo...
The improv group.
Improv group, yes, exactly.
I remember my first Edinburgh.
Yeah.
They still do big stuff
which
now,
was shit, man. Maybe 15 years ago. You guys were in the room next door. I was in the.
We were the Noise Next Door, literally.
We literally were the Noise Next Door.
Because I came in like we were
the Noise Next Door next door.
Yeah. And I came in to watch a few times. It was all improv, wasn't it?
It's all
great.
improv, yeah,
good.
exactly.
Very good.
And then, so when I left them, I was moving up to London, and it just happened to be the same time my dad retired from being in the military. So the Queen made him constable of the Tower of London. So we moved into Queen's House, which is this Tudor building built in 1540 by Henry VIII at Anne Boleyn inside it. So I was basically had this choice, like, oh, well, I can either rent in Zone 5 with 17 people for $5,000 a month, or live in the big historical palace for free. I can.
Was it haunted then, the palace?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Do you use stuff?
Yeah, definitely.
Or do you answer back to them, or do you?
Well, there's this thing, right? So my dad always used to say, I lived in my bedroom was next to a bell tower, which it held loads of people over the day. People who lived there. Elizabeth I, Lady Jane Grey, Rudolf Hess, the Nazi, and then me. Which is it's a real downgrade in clientele, isn't it? Queen, lady, Nazi, clown. That was the bell tower. They kept all the people before they beheaded them and did all that stuff. And in my room, like Thomas More, this is my dad's story. Was held there before he died as well. And my dad always said in the dead of night, sometimes if you listen near my bedroom, you could hear the voices of young girls screaming, Thomas More, Thomas More, Thomas More.
See, it's got to go there straight away. It's got to go to the
right, that's me forcing my stand-up into the bit.
That's mad though. I couldn't even stay in there. I'm fucking scared of ghosts.
You are proper scared of ghosts. You're scared of anything, aren't you?
Yeah, dark.
There's definitely you can definitely feel there's like an energy to the place, because you know that people have died there. There's also there's different types of ghosts. There's a bear ghost.
No, what?
Ghost bear.
It's a hairy gay man walking back.
Who wants to? Just a proper power gay in spandex, walking around, lifting the crown jewels up, stepped her up his ass.
It's a different kind of ooh as well. It's like ooh, it's ooh.
Fucking brilliant.
But so you can't just say there's a ghost bear and then leave it there. Why is there a ghost bear there?
Well, so before London Zoo was London Zoo in Camden, the Tower of London was a zoo, essentially. It was a menagerie. So they had loads of animals living there. Back in the day, they didn't know how to look after them, so they all died really quickly. But they had like a polar bear that they had chained up that would swim in the Thames. They had monkeys, lions, because all the kings would give presents to each other, right? So the tower had an elephant.
Fucking hell.
And they had a snake that they didn't know how to keep the snake, so they used to roll them up in a carpet and stick them in a warming oven to keep them asleep. And then
toast him up like...
Yeah, it was just...
Comes look fucking battered.
And then someone got the idea for baguette de jour.
And so yeah, they'd have all these animals and stuff, and then they died because they weren't looked after properly.
Yeah.
And one of the bears that died is said to haunt the tower. And as a guard, like back in a few hundred years ago, was on patrol, and he said he turned a corner and this ghost bear was just like, whoa. And he got so scared. I think he got scared to death. I think he died of fright.
And now there's another ghost of him, like being chased by a ghost bear. She's endless. She's endless.
It's a little Twinkie Queen's Guard. And
I do like the idea of there being other sort of ghost animals there. So like a little dog ghost, but you never see him. But every now and again, you're doing something, you just feel something sniff your ass. What's that?
Well, there's loads of dogs in there.
Yeah.
So in the tower, there's about 130 people who live in there.
Wow.
Yes, it's a little village inside.
Yeah.
Because there's all the yeoman warders who are the beef eaters, the guy in the front of the gin bottles. Do you have a gin? The beef eater gin
Yeah, I know
dudes.
that,
Yeah.
I know
They
that.
live there with all their families.
Yeah.
And they've all got, so there's about 30 dogs in the tower. There's also a pub in the tower.
That's amazing.
Keys Pub, which when I arrived in there a few years ago, it was £1.50 a pint.
Wow, in London.
Yeah.
Do you know if you were a
pint,
beef
right?
eater, you wouldn't need a hat. Your hair is naturally beef eater.
Can you put it out like that?
Yeah. But you obviously doing comedy there when you lived there. Do you ever take comedians back there?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
were they like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I had loads. No. I mean, I don't live there anymore, so it's fine. But I had loads of parties back there.
Yeah, but so how you take people in because your dad is the boss kind of thing. It's like the guards, like you shouldn't be bringing them, but like man. So.
It was that weird thing. So when I first went there, I remember trying to do that. I'll be really respectful. And the first night out I had, I came back, and one of the guards on guard was like, "Where's the lady, Tom?" I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" He's like, "You've got the best chat line in London. Why are you not using this?" I was like, "All right, that's a green light." I'll do that. The funny thing was, because I obviously had fun there, you've got to sign them in and sign them out.
Yeah.
So
Epstein's list, but
I got my Epstein list.
that's how it all went down.
But I will have a little.
It comes back. It doesn't come back to anything bad. It's come back to child support. Yeah, it's your kid. I signed in on the 18th of twat. Oh fucking hell! Because of that, that's the court unit.
That's how they catch you.
You've got to scroll like, yeah, you did shag her. You brought her back to the tower. All right, nice one.
And what does this say here? Is that P. Diddy? We don't talk about that. We're not going to talk about
Let's
that.
go back up.
The hard thing was, I remember because the next morning you'd come back in the evening and it would always be dark, and you'd go into the tower, and my house was sectioned off.
Yeah.
And it's like. It's one of the main bits of the tower, so people do take photos. So the next morning, if you did wake up with a girl,
Yeah.
to leave, she'd then have to open the door, and there'd be 2,000 tourists all just with pictures with cameras. It'd be like that Notting Hill scene. Where you open the door and it goes like that, and they wouldn't know. So they would all be like, "Oh, they think I was Prince Harry," or all these Chinese tourists be like, "Oh, Prince Harry." I'm not ginger. I know who my dad is. And then this poor girl in her night before outfit in her heels would then have to hobble past the Queen's Guard.
You should have bought a load of outfits like Anne Boleyn, all different. I brought her up Anne Boleyn outfit.
Just in the morning, I go, "And here's your rough." That's amazing.
Oh my God, Anne Boleyn, old chump. So what's happening? She's got running away again.
You put like a dress and a fake blood. Go, what is this? You're going out with Diana. Come on.
Oh, you fucking asshole. You have to go in, dude. You have to go in.
I had to go there.
More respectful, because his dad's fucking I did a joke last night about the royal family. Do you find it, you get quite offended because you love the royal family, or
I love the royal family. I mean,
it doesn't bother people to do jokes now?
No. I do jokes about the royal family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, your dad...
It's a funny thing. The royal family's insane.
If your dad is like, obviously he's like staunch, like royal, blah, blah, probably like whatever. But if he come and see you do a set and you do a joke about it, would he be bothered, or...
Yeah.
You get a bit, because military. I remember I done a show a couple of months back in Cardiff, and done a bit like about royal family. And a big laugh. There's a guy now, like, he's just like fucking staring at me. And after showing up, I said, I saw that joke. He said, yeah. I said, I'm fucking ex-military, but I don't fucking like that. I said, yeah, but I said, explain the joke. I said, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, I know what you mean. But ex-military do.
Yeah, and that's mad because essentially he's out of everyone in the room. He's the one that's been conned by the royal family.
Military, like they find it fucking.
I'm like, yeah, I think so. I think you've got to be wary because a lot, especially when we were living in the Tower of London.
Yeah,
like essentially the Queen was my landlord.
Yeah.
It's Queen's house, it's her house. So, and my dad's the Queen.
I'd love it if she's like a proper landlord.
When you're ready, you bastard. Chopsy as fuck. When the fuck's are red.
Yeah. Don't make me set these corgis on you.
I've had to delay payment from a comedian in Brighton. I haven't been paid yet. I don't give a fuck.
So you did have to like watch what I said then.
Yeah.
And also like we have got ties to the royal family. Like my parents did work closely with them and everything. So I mean I don't, but I think I've just got to be respectful because also like it is a privilege to have lived where I lived and to experience some of the stuff. And I didn't work for it. My dad earned it. So, so I'd be a bit of a prick if I then just took the piss. But it doesn't mean I can't take the piss, but just be mindful and respectful.
What was your dad? He said he was the head of the whole army, yeah?
No, the whole military.
Of all the Navy.
Demoted him there. So he's actually, he actually just last week for the King's birthday got made an honorary Field Marshal.
Wow.
Which is a 5-star. Yeah, that's a rank that, well actually, alarmingly, that's a rank they normally only give out in wartime. So strap in for World War III, guys.
Get ready, guys. You didn't go into the army, did you?
Nah, man, I was doing Cats the Musical at 5 years old on the stairs with a fucking leotard on. They were like, I don't think we want this guy on the front line.
I'd just say, mate, I'm too soft. Like, if I was in a situation like that and someone asked me to secure a building, I'd probably take out a fucking 6-year lease of an option to buy.
Was your dad like a little bit pushy to go in the army, or wasn't?
Not in any way.
That's cool.
No, not at all.
Because some parents are quite like do what they want to do, but that's cool. That is. Like,
yeah, definitely. My dad always said like one of the best things about being successful is you allow your kids to chase their dream and do what they want. Which is I'm very grateful that my parents I think also because my dad got to the very top. Like, there's no way I would never got him near him, but I couldn't surpass him. So that's just a life of living.
You would have been like
one
of these football players that's got to put a different name on the back of the shirt.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I think sometimes going into the same industry as your father or your mother, like say your mother's a famous actor or whatever it may be, or a musician, you're just not gonna.
Of course,
like
mate.
Paul McCartney's son.
Imagine me.
You're not gonna.
Imagine me being a football hooligan. My dad was a top football hooligan.
Was your dad a football hooligan? Were you pressurised into being a hooligan?
Well, he kind of like from an early age he'd make me stand the old vetch field on the North Bank in with all the fucking nutters up until 15, and then we stopped speaking because he was too fucking wild.
Really?
Like,
That's your version of me doing cadets. Isn't it? Yeah, I had to do army cadets. You were like, I had to fucking brick some rival pub. Yeah, it's the same thing.
My homework was racism.
That's the same as the cadets.
So how many years your dad in the army? From like 16 onwards, I'm guessing.
No. So my dad's from like a lower middle class background. He then got, through being clever, a scholarship to go to private school, and then got into Oxford for being clever. He's a proper earned it bloke. Yeah. And then did an in-service degree at Oxford while going to Sandhurst as well. So it'd have been 18 or 19.
Early 20. All his life basically.
So 44 years in the military. Yeah.
Wow. So he was in a position at one point that if they were unhappy with the government, he could have arranged a military coup, right? Because he was the man that said, right?
You should, Some of the Sunday brunches me and my family have had, right? At what point do we do this coup, Dad? What time is that happening, right? I'm going to crack this egg. If it's runny, we fucking go.
Have you only one sibling?
One sibling, one younger sister, yeah.
Well, and you said you were in boarding school. What was that like? Was that mental?
Yeah, it was very mental.
One kid around here I knew who had boarding school.
Yeah.
He lit a school on fire. And he went
his behaviour with it.
Yeah.
I was always a kid who lights the school on fire. I went at 6 years old, so it was full boarding, which is right. Like 6 years old is young to go.
Yeah.
So you get this. This is my sad story. So because I'd been to an open day to see how it was going to be.
Yeah, and they left you there.
Right. So on the open day they didn't.
Yeah.
So when I actually started full boarding, because there's day kids at the school as well, I thought it was going to be the same as the open day.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, all the boarders went to the boarding house. I went with the day kids to the front gates to wait for my parents.
Oh no!
And then just gradually, one after the other, they got taken away. And so I was just sat there, and then 3 hours later, a teacher came out and saw me sat in the rain on my own.
Oh,
what are you
that's
doing?
heartbreaking.
Tom, what are you doing out here? It's like, I'm waiting for my mother. And you're like, she's not coming, Tom.
She's on the piss.
No
wonder you became a comedian, man. Like, we're all broken in some way, aren't we? Jesus Christ. Like,
fuck it, that's fucking young, man. What was it? Because your dad's all over the world, kind of thing. That's why.
Yeah, we moved. I think I had 15 different houses growing up before 18. So we moved every 1 or 2 years. So it's either boarding school or change schools every year. And
it kind of makes sense.
The lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
And the military kids get it's called a continuity of education grant.
Yeah.
So you get money off you get a good deal. So you get a good deal. Because it's rough.
Yeah. It does make sense, but it's tough. Like,
yeah. So that was really the first time when you were able to make consistent friends then, because you were in one place for a long time. Like,
Well, I didn't make any friends because I was waiting in the school gates on my own. There was no fucker there.
This guy's weird.
There's Tom Houghton crying in the bloody bush again.
Please.
Your dad comes and goes, he's lost a lot of weight. He keeps missing tea time. He's standing up again crying.
And then I went to my senior boarding school, which was in the Lake District.
Yeah.
Sedbergh, big rugby school. Will Carling went there.
Yeah.
That was an all-boys boarding school.
Yeah.
And they're pretty brutal, but get it. So it was 500 boys. Then in my second last year, I was 17, the school went co-ed for the first time in its history.
Yeah.
500 boys, they let 22 girls join.
Oh.
Like, do you know in Jurassic Park, where they're putting, like, the cow into the raptor pen?
That's horrific. If you had a daughter, you're like, can the school have, how many boys there? 500. How many girls?
Yeah.
She's one of 90.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, because obviously the girls weren't. Like, no offense, I love all the girls who went there, but they weren't the happiest of girls. Because happy girls you just keep in their normal school.
Yeah.
These are the girls who were struggling at the other schools.
Yeah.
And then my school went, look, we'll give you free education we need girls to join.
Yeah.
So they weren't the most.
But that's what you want, the girls with low self-esteem.
It's great for me.
Yeah. Simon getting into
Suddenly I've got 7 other people at the school gates. Wow, fuck, yes!
Right, let's do a musical, guys.
We did. That's exactly what happened. We did fucking Guys and Dolls. We did.
Oh my God. Imagine those girls' parents coming and pick him up and go, fucking hell, how much PE did he do in this school? She's walking funny.
Right. So they were so scared that one of the girls was going to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Because that would be the worst PR ever.
Yeah.
So there was this thing called the 5-inch rule. I know.
Yeah.
I know. Say it now.
That's my rule with every woman.
4.5. 4.5. So you weren't allowed within 5 inches of a girl.
Yeah.
So you couldn't hold hands or hug or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds so creepy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. So it was to encourage us not to just get them pregnant.
Yeah.
But all that meant is that we snuck off more.
Yeah.
So it made it worse.
Yeah.
It was, and what a weird thing to sort of, as far as like boys and girls integrating, you can't hug each other. Like, that really separates.
That's fucking, it's a mad because we're grown up like, we were very, very working class kind of like area. I just fucking seen outside little screen of puddles and stuff. And but like I've never known anybody like personal level around you to go to boarding school or
no. I love how that's impressed you when you lived in the Tower of London. Boarding school.
That's impressive. But it's mad, isn't it? Different concept. Have we still got friends from boarding school you bother with or?
Yeah, absolutely. My best friend I showed around boarding school at 6 years old. I'm still best friends with him.
Oh, that's fucking class.
Yeah, I think there's a like boarding school in the 90s in the Lake District. It's quite a bonding experience. Like it's properly you're in that together.
Yeah.
And it's all showers together, baths together. It is a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Some weird stuff happened. It's probably, you're in the trenches. It's very Lord of the Rings.
That a lot of people experience gay stuff in boarding schools.
We didn't have much. Well, it must have happened, but it wasn't like actually gay stuff. But the be all like circle jerks and that also like there was one house. There was one boarding house.
See, you're not so different.
That's why we had a good laugh last night.
And it's these skills that have got me on many podcasts.
That's why I enjoy going to fucking, those gigs when you turn up at a promoter goes, there's only 7 people here. You go, I've got an idea.
There used to be Evan's house. So there's different houses. Evan's house was the one that was notorious for having shit fights, and they'd all go in the communal showers and put goggles on and just mad.
What? The cleaner has got to fucking work. Like, can you imagine that?
4 kids got blinded by a sweet corn.
I'm zoning out. I'm having like proper nostalgia flashback.
Can't be the cleaner, like that.
Broken him.
Couldn't be the cleaner. You got to go in like a Monday, like that. You got job Monday, hang over the fuck. You go over now, nice shift on Monday, quiet, go in. Oh my fucking god, there's shit on the fucking ceiling. Like, oh fucking hell.
I wasn't popular enough to ever get invited. That's the
party.
Oh no!
The only one to get invited to the shit party. How sad's that?
It's outside. This is just outside the window. There's like the window. It's holding 2 pounds of shit.
I'm there with a birthday cake and some like soda. No, just.
Did you ever go to school with any famous kids? Famous parents?
My school was famous for rugby players. So I had Will Carling went there, Will Greenwood, a few other ones. The guy who wrote the Full Monty went there. Wow. There you go.
Oh yeah.
That.
Fuck you.
But no,
I guess he really got the inspiration.
Yeah, right. Actually, the original script actually had them just curling one off on the stage, and then going,
"It's a party." Wait, but I had a vision there. It's got shit on the stage.
I haven't said the phrase "curling one off" for such a long time.
Yeah, that's what we bring people
Thank
down
you so
to.
much.
We bring you back to that level.
Yeah.
We take everything off you. Just dump.
Yeah, we take all your worries off you and we get you back to that primal state. Is what we do. I'm going to tell you about the main sponsors for this podcast. Who is it, boy?
Anyway up bingo.
If you want to rave and misbehave, if you want to play bingo and get fucking filthy and just get on it, these are the people to do. Where's the events, Susandro?
All over the world.
I mean, they're mostly Wales and Benidorm, but if you want to check out what they're doing, you can find it on the link below. Check them out, guys. It's fucking good nights.
Get a link on, boys.
Right, I reckon we should do pint politics at this
Pint
point. Do the jingle.
Pint politics, yeah.
There we are. No expense spared on that jingle.
A guy who likes musicals.
Yeah.
Pint politics.
Wow.
So this one is a round of the listeners will know. It's a round of a drink. You cannot drink anymore because it made you ill or you've done something stupid. So mine's Strongbow, yours is
Jack Daniels.
Yeah. So what is your one?
Southern Comfort.
Ooh.
Which is sickly at the best of times. Southern
Yeah.
Comfort and lemonade used to be my drink of choice.
Yeah.
That's the one when you're young, you start going out and you've done too much cocaine, you grab a bit of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly that. And that's the one I can't drink anymore. I was in South Africa on my gap year.
No, it was like, I was in a rugby club in Bryn. I was in South Africa. Oh, okay. All right, nice.
Because I am the stereotype you think I am.
Caviar.
And I was out with my friends Timothy, Henry, and Sophie. Or Finchy, as we called her. Fuck, it is actually it's only when I come on shit like this that I realised what a posh twat I actually am. Normally I'm just surrounded by people like me and it's fine. And then,
Rah.
I mean, thank you for shining the mirror on my frankly,
Like if you saw
frankly ridiculous
if you saw like
existence.
a wild bear running at you,
Let me imagine that.
you would shout, rah rah,
Quick, there's a bar. A bar.
rah.
Rah, rah. We were staying in South Africa, in Cape Town, and we found out there was a stripping competition at a bar. And normally a stripping competition, the winner would get like a 3-litre bottle of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
At the stripping competition, you got on top of the bar.
Yeah.
Not bear, bar. The actual bar.
Yeah.
And they play music, and then people would like get down to their underwear and stuff.
Yeah.
To win the stripping competition. Me and my mate Tim were like, let's fucking win this.
Yeah.
Let's go all in. So we just, I think we had a litre each of Southern Comfort before we went.
Fucking hell, you silly boy.
Then we went up on the bar.
Empty belly as well.
As soon, and we're like, right, here's the competition. There was girls there, guys there. All right, let's start the stripping competition. Everyone else, like, it was like fucking Nelly or something. Like, everyone's doing the sexy thing. Me and Tim, literally, straight off, boom, and just completely naked as soon as like within like 3 seconds, and then just willy coptering and do all the fucking stuff. Everyone shook. We win the stripping competition, of course.
Yeah.
I get handed this 3-litre bottle of Jack Daniels. I go, yes, chuck it. Fuck it. Smash it immediately.
It's a woman in the face first. Bounce it into the floor.
And then I swear to God, I was up there, still naked, and then these guys came up to me and go, mate, are you Tom Houghton? And I was like, oh fuck yeah, who are you? And they went, oh, we're in your we're part of your dad's old regiment. And it was my dad, the Green Howards, the Yorkshire Regiment. They were a bunch of I can't remember if they were squaddies or army officers, but they were from the regiment, and they recognised.
Can we have a photo?
Yeah, I was literally there on top of the bar, like covered in Jack Daniels and glass. And then just carried on caning Southern Comfort. And then woke up and then just couldn't drink it again.
That's a fair excuse.
I love the idea of your dad he's grafted all his life to get you to that position. It's 11 o'clock at night. Little phone. Oh, what's my boy up to? What a cunt.
Yeah. Really was.
There's a text over his reg, but he's like, why is Jones phoning me? There must be an emergency. Like, we've torn his fucking arm out.
Do you know what? I'd like to think in a small way my dad would have been proud. You know.
If you like you said earlier, obviously you've been born soon that you were passed away a lot. Do you reckon your dad's a bit of an head, like a bit of a got head as a turn on nerve, like a bit of a wild guy back in the day? Or do you always imagine him as being the like serious officer kind of, or can you imagine being can you imagine doing something like that?
Oh, I reckon my dad.
It's hard with your parents. It's hard to say.
How much do I want to just throw my dad under the bus here?
With your dad, you knew he was nuts.
I think my dad was a bit. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think he's fucking football. I don't think he's a criminal. But yeah, I think it's all relative.
Simon didn't see him for years.
No.
He played hide and seek.
Yeah. So, but I didn't speak to him for 15 years, and I met up with him back when I was 31, and even then, our fucking worlds were just fucking nuts.
Really?
Like,
Because you were all like,
I was performing. So basically, right, he did 6 years in prison, nicknamed the Animal.
He was nicknamed the Animal in prison.
Yeah, and I did 3 years in performing arts.
That's something, isn't it?
My
Jesus.
nickname was the Madman because I once had an espresso after 2 p.m. Do you know what I mean? It was ridiculous. You know, like physically, because he was big and bald and hard. Physically, you know the Mitchell brothers.
Yeah.
I think I was Peggy.
Look, if you were in prison and your nickname's Peggy, that's a bad shift.
why is Peggy got the pocket? Peggy got the pocket. Peggy got the pocket. Right, when you go to CJ, he's like, right, you're gonna get a fucking bum boy. When you go to prison, you cut your pockets off. Yeah, it's mad when Will's my old man's quite quiet as well. See?
Is he?
Yeah, but all people tend
quiet.
Yeah.
So is it your mum who's the problem?
Who raised this clown?
Yeah. I mean, something must have happened.
But
Let's be honest.
he's got this philosophy though that his old man used to be proper loud, but because his mum's so loud and he's so loud, his old man's just quiet, like
Really?
Yeah, just going quiet, like he can't keep up. Like
That's a guy can give up on this fucking idiot.
Well, I can't imagine. What's like your family Christmas? Who's around the table? Who's the? I'm imagining sort of this like cocaine Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Well, I've got to go. I'm top table now.
Are you top table?
Because I'm so
Do you
fucked.
carve?
No, because I'm so. No,
Oh, you're not on the kids' table.
no, I
Well done. That's great.
not enough I share anymore.
I've been debibbed for the first time. Oh, that's really great.
I'm
really pleased for
Well,
you.
normally we order takeaway from Spoons. We have no, we don't. No, my mother's Italian, so we have Italian and the Welsh side. So it's okay. It's roll and ravioli. No, it's like, I don't sit like next to people anymore because I'm too big, so I'm on the top table.
I can see the Italian. That suddenly just all went like, okay.
Hey, where's the fucking chow? No, but it's so we don't do a lot of carving. We do it on the kitchen.
yeah.
Do you carve top table? Do you?
We're all on one table. Like, what do you mean top table? Like, do you mean like
Top of the table.
Oh, right. I thought you meant they were like different tables.
Oh, right,
I imagined a hierarchy of tables.
Why your Sanders family got 5 tables?
Yeah, and then just
That's a weird uncle. You'll be there in 2 years' time.
that's what I was imagining in your house.
Yeah,
And it's always like goes down the hierarchy until there's just a baby on the
when
floor
you
with a
said
plate.
as well that there's no carving, I just imagine everyone goes in with their hands.
Yeah, I'm a fat cunt. I don't wait to get past that. I got 2 litre pickers. I'm on the Yorkshires.
Weirdly, I imagine carving was like birthing cows. This has got a live pregnant cow just giving out calves.
My uncle's ex-criminal, see, so we carve with a fucking machete. Brings that over.
Cut things up with a credit card.
Yeah, you're a massive cokehead.
I love it.
He's slicing turkey with a credit card.
And then he doesn't eat much after that. He's actually not hungry. I'll just have a couple of sprouts. It's fine.
Your Christmas is proper military war uniform, not too.
You
come in a gimp suit, you do at the bottom.
Yeah, just on a tray.
Apple in the mouth. You're not my son.
We do the proper. Our dining cloth is actually a Union Jack flag that used to fly on top of the Tower of London.
You winding me up.
Wow.
Are you being serious? Mm-hmm. That's the most posh thing I've ever.
Well, and it's not posh. Tommy Robinson's the same.
No, there's a fine line, isn't there? There's a fine line. Are they posh or is it EDL? Let's have a look and see if you can tell.
Tommy's one is from fucking Amazon.
yeah.
Fucking Amazon. It's a Union back bed sheet he put on his.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool as fuck. I can imagine, like, because my house is quite chaos. I can imagine your house being quite chaos as well.
Yeah, my mum never had enough chairs, so she'd invite too many people over, and there'd be people sitting on random objects. So it'd look like
amazing.
Yeah, like the Olympic Games when they give out the gold and stuff like that. That was my nan's up there, my uncle's.
Your nan's in a washing
You're
machine.
trying to rate it in high order just to see if you can level it out. That's amazing. There's one baby on a high thing. That's really funny.
I can imagine your dinner being very formal.
We've got our regimented Christmas Day. Yeah, like it's very like.
Did you go to church in the morning?
We go to church the day before, actually, the night before, because we're sort of
all things white and beautiful. That song is all things white.
Creatures great and full.
All things white.
All
things white and beautiful. His old man's there, fucking right.
Yeah.
All white ones in nice, yeah.
And as it happens, you're singing the same song in Wetherspoons the night before.
All things white and beautiful. It's powder and it's bagged.
It's another white Christmas.
What
do you want to do this for, man? I don't touch the stuff myself, so we go Christmas the night before, and then we always used to have very recently stopped this. We then do stockings in my parents' bed.
Yeah.
And we used to do that up until I was about like 38.
You don't get into bed?
Yeah.
Well, so your mother put a bit of laundry on the stockings.
Yeah, we made it sexy, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at my stocking.
You know, I hope that's a tangerine.
His father's baller.
Field Marshal Nick Houghton in a negligee.
If the Daily Mail get hold of this, I'm finished.
So 2 years ago you stopped geting into your parents' bed.
I'll tell you, because we used to just get. This is quite wholesome, isn't it? And then, so what happened was, and then we were doing it because that's how we did it ever since we were kids. So we didn't even second guess it. Then my sister got married, and Mark, her husband,
got jealous.
He then at one point he was in bed with us all. At one point he went, I'm sorry, but this is mental. And it's a real...
He's like, guys, this is insane. Mark said he's next to the head of the military of British Army. He's like, this is a bit much.
And every time someone gets married, they go, we're just going to order a bigger bed.
Yeah, and it was that sort of that pullback and realization of, yeah, no, he's right. This is. We should probably stop doing this. I think
probably put some clothes.
I think
on.
That's so fucking funny.
Oh, that's mental. But that is one of those things, isn't it? That like in life, because you've been doing it for so long, you just think it's normal until someone points it out and like, that's a bit weird. Like,
yeah, exactly. I'm sure we've all got our examples.
But that's fucking brilliant, man. So then that was you go for church at 4, then you have stockings in mum and dad's bed.
Because mum and dad, and then we go down and we always have with kedgeree. Or like smoked salmon and Bucks Fizz. Kedgeree is like it's like a ricey sort of eggy breakfast.
Uncle Ben's one.
Sure.
I got that.
For sake of speed, yes.
It's like that. Get the micro go. Get the micro going, Tom. Take a cage in the end, boy.
We need some Uncle Ben's. Hang on, I'll get him out of the parents' bed.
His old man comes in. Uncle, oh!
And then we go round the neighbours to get in their beds. to then have like you just do the sort of the rounds of like hi everyone, and then you come back. Then we have present opening.
Yeah.
Then we have the meal.
Yeah.
Then finish present opening, Queen's speech.
Were you there?
And then, yeah, you know, massaging her birthday. Come on, you got this, Liz.
And he gets hammered. She's over there talking. This year will be an amazing year for the cat. You're full of shit. Tom, will you shut up?
I can show you a fun thing about the quiz. Hang on, I've got my phone. My mum.
He's heckling her.
He's heckling her. Shut up.
This will be a pod. You killed Diana.
My mum, wherever my parents were in the royal box. Wherever my parents were in the royal box.
Was that Christmas Day as well?
Stop it now. This is wholesome podcast.
Whenever my parents were in the royal box with the royal family, my mum, she would always take a picture of the back of the Queen's head and send it to me. I've got a collection of pictures.
Why does she look like Gene Wilder?
You gotta set up that and put it on the thing.
Yeah. No. I want to keep it a mystery.
That's fair enough.
It's just for you guys.
Because on the camera, like, they go there, the Queen is the 5 minutes of silence, whatever. Honestly, it is better like that. I think it's for Tom. Hold on. The camera, it's your phone.
So what were they in the royal box for?
It's like
loads of stuff. So that was Queen's birthday parade, but like things like Wimbledon.
Oh wow.
Did you ever go in? No.
Yeah, I went to like the Trooping of the Colour and all that sort of stuff. I didn't go to Wimbledon, but I did go to lots of the parades and stuff. Yeah, I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
That was a drop mic. So no one knew these events. So did you ever meet the Queen? Like, what's happening?
I never met the Queen. I've been in the same box as the Queen.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go over.
You can't just go. You can't just go.
Yeah.
You can't.
No,
just
I
do
go
that.
over and go. I love what's
Oh,
happening.
you can answer.
You can tap someone's shoulder.
Out of everyone, you've been closest to the Queen here, I'd imagine. Jack, you've not met the Queen, have you? Okay. So you can answer one of his questions then, because he's convinced it's the Queen a lizard.
That's why she's so hard to get to. She keeps changing colour with her environment. She just blends in with she's bunting coloured.
Jeremy, is there any thought in your mind that they could be lizards? No, I'm being serious now because I see.
No, he's being serious.
And that truly is the tragedy of the whole thing. This is the moment you're being serious.
This face. Where are the fucking lizards, Charles? No, do you think any? Because I watch a lot of podcasts and read a lot of books. I don't read a lot of books. I watch a lot of books. I watch things on YouTube.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a bit of a lizard problem.
As a member,
reptile dysfunction.
As a member of the aristocracy, I can neither confirm nor deny the lizards. But
and this is when he shapeshifts.
Try to about it though. It's like. Like there's all this very working class people like we are. There's always that thing that royalty and all that are all fucking like planning the world and the evil and they're going to do this, do that. And then you sit to the head of the military and he's in bed with his kids and his family on Christmas Day.
I did actually ask my dad that question of like, so when you got to the top, did you get like, oh, they come through this door and suddenly there's this stuff?
Yeah.
And a lot, he said actually, the higher you get, the more you realise it's just full of people who they don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
and everyone, like, it's not as deep as you think it is.
Yeah.
And it's just people going, oh, fuck, I'm here. Right, okay, now it's my turn to do this.
It is true. Like, you think about the Prime Minister now, like, he's gone in that job, he's ex-lawyer, wherever he's done. Mm-hmm. Then he's got to go to your people like your dad and kind of like, I'm kind of in charge. But what does he know about warfare or tactics? Like, it's mad that like it's fucking crazy.
Well, that's it. So the idea is like all military action has to be okayed by the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't. The Prime Minister goes, "What should we do?" And the Minister goes, "We think we should do this." He went, "Okay, do that."
Yeah.
And actually, I've had times in the the Iraq War and Afghanistan where my dad, he was saying with David Cameron especially, he'd give advice and David Cameron would do something different.
Wow.
And a lot of it was, to help mates and to do all that, I don't want to say anything too revealing, but like one of the biggest frustrations I think my dad found with being in charge is the politics behind the decision making.
It's not as straightforward.
It's not as straightforward.
No.
Yeah.
None of it is. Like, with all, let's not get too deep on the podcast, but like, there's so many people online now who talk so assured, like, it's definitely like this in the Middle East, in Russia. It's like, no one knows what the fuck's going on.
We
don't know the actual backstage dynamics and how people have to lie and do this, what means, that, like, so any like, 18-year-old blogger on TikTok who's talking about you should think that it's just like
we say the same about like all the stuff that's going on in the Middle East, like
Israel and Palestine. Because we know people from both sides,
and it's
like which side do you stand with? Like, we haven't got enough information to make that decision.
I'd love to know your dad's thoughts. That'd be incredible.
We know he's. I mean, he's got a big decision there. He's got religion on one side and Muslims on the other. He's just in the middle, punching both sides.
Should we can bring him back by like
Ouija board. Yeah.
The thoughts.
Yeah, that'd be
the thoughts of the animal.
Yeah.
What would the animal say? What the fuck? Okay. Shit. We bring him round. No, with a glass of water. With a glass with a pint.
The problem is, though, you wouldn't like us because technically now we're from different places. He'd be like, I'm gonna fuck those fucking humans. I'm from the spirit world. I'll punch your heads in.
What would your Are you friends with your dad now? I don't know why I'm so focused.
He's dead, my dad.
He's dead?
Yeah, he died about 6 years ago or something like that.
Oh, there goes those questions.
But yeah,
I was just starting to like the guy as well, and he dies.
Do you know what was funny though, right? So when I met that backup, when he was in his 60s, he was on crutches, he was fucked, like, but he was still trying to kick off in pubs, like, fucking. I remember in a pub with him once, this fucking 6-foot guy wouldn't get out of his way, and he goes, "Oh, fucking do you know?" And then he came up to me and he goes, "You got my back, and you boy?" I'm like, "No, I ain't not got your fucking back." Like, yeah.
He said a
What
story.
what would he have thought of someone like me?
Someone like you.
From my back, yeah.
I think, honestly, I think he would have had a preconception. But then I think if he met you and had a pint and you got on, he'd be like, "Oh, he's all right."
Would
like,
he respect military?
Yes, yeah, he would. Yeah.
Tell you what it is, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I think with a lot of it is...
Thanks.
That's the problem. I'm going all fucking deep now.
Oh, yeah.
To me, but like the problem with the world is that people are any walk of life. You don't meet someone personally, you can't have a judgment about them.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. It is, especially in Britain, because Britain's very like. You think of America, like America's it's a very race thing. So like when you go to America, you have like the blacks, Puerto Ricans, Italians, all of the areas, very racial. But more in Britain, it's more class thing.
Yeah.
We do class here more than anything.
Class is over everything. Like you think of the areas.
But I always found.
But then in growing up, like it's not. I don't think like people who like yourself, like born school, private educated. We grew up like, oh, you don't fuck, they different to us. But like when you meet people, we're all fucking same.
Yeah.
Well, I found
similar. There's no way people who are the same.
I mean, we still have Kedri and Uncle Ben. So let's
If you're looking for people that are the same as you, you're gonna have a very lonely life, boy.
do you think though? I think it's like. I always found, because when I was starting comedy, I was told you won't be able to gig in places like Liverpool or Port Albert.
Yeah.
Because they won't get you and you won't. I think it's as long as you're honest and self-aware about where you're from. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
They're more fascinated by it.
Yeah.
Like, because people want to hear a different view. It's if you pretend to be something you're not and go, oh no, guys, I'm just...
and also I think one of the worst mistakes you can make if you're coming from a privileged background, if you go into comedy, is to try and do the high status comedy, especially in working class areas, because people are like, oh, fucking hell, this guy thinks he's better. But if you're up there being self-deprecating and it works really well.
Absolutely.
Another one does it well, who's like, is Al Cuttenham's him? Al Cuttenham?
Al Cuttenham, yeah.
You say, you lean into it, don't you?
Al Cuttenham,
You all lean into it.
Will you look at what Milo did with
Troy Hawk?
Troy Hawk? That's a really funny act like that, and he does a bit of it. Marcel Leconte is very similar, so they do high status comedy, but because it's a character, it kind of works really well. Like
people thought I was a character for a while.
Yeah, honestly, they didn't believe. Yeah.
Are you not a character? What? Is that, sorry. I thought you were like 3 kids in a suit. I think just unzip and just be like, blah. I thought you were like the fucking Muppet Man.
I went to Edinburgh.
I'm pretty sure. I thought you were like, whatever happened to Bungle from Rainbow?
That's what you've always called me, isn't it?
Is that what happened?
Yeah, you always called me all that.
He said to me once about going, he said we need to go to Amsterdam and do mushrooms together. And I said, but I'm already scared of how you look. Like, I'd be fucking sitting there going, why the fuck is Bungle and Rainbow with me?
Can you imagine being a petite Amsterdam whore, then this fucking turns the corner, you're like, oh no, oh god.
We're close. All your shots go.
I wouldn't be surprised if you were from some sort of experiment where Leo Sayer and Oliver Reed had a baby. Kind of just fits you perfectly.
I can see why you get the character thing, definitely. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, weirdly, actually, because we haven't known each other that long, really, like properly, but like, I was fascinated to think, like, what you like off stage. And I was like, no, you are just, yeah. That's just you, isn't it?
Do you know another one who's like that? And I was so pleasantly surprised to find out was Paul Foot. I remember the first time I met Paul Foot, I was like, what's he going to be like?
I'm not like fucking Paul Foot.
The what?
I'm nothing like Paul Foot.
I'm not saying you're like Paul Foot. Jesus Christ, man. I'm not that fucking mental. Paul Foot is a comedy genius. Behave yourself.
You call people cunts.
first time I met Paul Foot, right? I booked him for a gig, and he said, I met him, and he says, he goes, I just need to go up to the hotel, put my stuff in. I said, I'll come up with you. He goes up to the hotel room, right? Opens his bag, pulls out this massive book of Japanese art. It's about that big. Opens one page, goes, very nice. Puts it back away, and then goes into the toilet, right? Leaves the door open, and he's bent over the sink, and he's just gone, sorry, Sam and Emmanuel, I'm being violently sick, and there's nothing coming out. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? He's mad. He's a funny man, though, isn't he?
Very funny.
Did you know our club the other day?
Yeah, we had him a couple of weeks back in our club, and he was unbelievable.
What I like, but Simon's like mates and whatever. I never met him before.
Yeah.
Seen his stuff, and he come on stage like in a blue boiler suit.
Yeah.
And people are like, what the fuck's going on? They're like, the first like 10 minutes, people are like, I don't care what he's on, but then they fucking like.
Yeah. And then there was that moment where it clicked, and then he talked about a horse with swords instead of hooves for fucking 12 minutes, and people were fucking doubled over laughing. Like,
I've seen him die. I've seen like that man. He's a genius.
Yeah.
But he will die.
Yeah.
People was working. I remember doing. I think it was the VW festival.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's not his crowd.
It's not his crowd.
Yeah.
And this tent of like maybe 2,000 people.
Yeah.
And Paul Foot's doing his stuff, and they're just going, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
Like, and they're getting so angry. So they said one woman ran to the front of the stage and went, "What do you want?" What do you want? Like, what can we give you to make you stop? It was such
Heavy sewing pound coins.
It was such a funny heckle. Just, what do you want? Anything. We'll give you anything. And everyone backstage is just dying laughing. Yeah.
But the one thing you said about him, he doesn't back off.
Conviction.
Like, no, like it's not going well. Like you try to be a crowd, like going mixed up. He just goes, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
And it works most of the time. Like we said at our club, people were like a bit unsure, because he just like absolute conviction with it. Eventually, people are like, okay, I can get it.
Yeah.
And then when he starts talking about the horse and stuff, talking about how a woman in the front row would get her bowels ripped straight out, and fucking they were just creased. Like, it's brilliant.
The thing is with as well, I think, because he's just another thing with him, because he's established, and like he does his tours, he does what he does. Is that word? Does he does?
Does what he does.
Does what he does, and then he does what he does. I can't speak properly. I'm a fucking mong. What do you want from me? Blood. Is that what you want? Anyway. Oh my guts as well. Yeah, but what he does, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because he's not care about bookings, is he?
No.
Like if we do, like, say for I've done the Glee and then I had 2 bad nights in a row.
Yeah.
They might go, well, I don't know if we can book him again.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Or we do a club break.
Yeah.
With him, he has bad night. They're like, oh, he's Paul Foot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And he hasn't got to rely on the clubs. He'll basically just go on his own tour, get his own fans in, and it's fucking
and you do
class,
feel a bit like hell to people, don't you, sometimes?
Yeah,
like,
that is honestly
so.
That's one of the best shows you can go and see if Paul Foot is doing a solo show and you
you need to know
his crowd. Yeah,
oh my god,
I've never said I'd love to. Yeah,
he needs an hour though, doesn't he?
Yeah,
with 20 minutes, it takes 10 minutes to get everybody's on.
Yeah. It's brilliant. Like, it's class. Like, how long's that, Jack?
Half hour ago.
Oh, there we are. Lovely. Right. Have you got anything to plug?
I absolutely do. I am doing
Cardiff
and Swansea, I think.
Oh, amazing.
Am I doing Swansea? I think so.
Don't act like you don't know.
Well, I think
And he's on socials, Tom.
Honourable Tom.
Honourable Tom.
That's my title.
It's a genuine title.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So my dad's Lord and Lady, so I'm the Honourable Tom 1. So I'm doing
Your dad's a lord.
Yeah.
What can he get for me?
For you?
Can he get my criminal record wiped then? Could he?
You had to scrub it quite hard to remove all that.
You've been a very naughty boy. Scrub it.
24th of November, I am in Cardiff.
Yeah.
24th of November, go and see him.
And that's it.
Yeah.
No Swansea.
I thought I was. Sorry.
Come into our club then. We book again soon.
But go and see. I gigged him last night. He's fucking brilliant.
Thank you very much.
And that's me being honest, because normally if I can't, I say I can.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
I was unbelievable. I was. People
Where were you?
Yeah,
You were very good.
People were crying. I'm like, oh, he's there. He's human.
Yeah. One woman jumped up and go, "What do you want?" He's like, cocaine.
Cocaine or ketamine in my arsehole. No, lovely. And if you're not subscribe to our channel.
Yeah.
Follow Tom, he's fucking class.
Okay.
We've got live tour dates. Island sold out. We are in the middle of working Liverpool out.
Yeah.
All the restaurants sale, they're selling well.
Just go to the problematic
Come and see the comedy.
websites.
Oh, and the comedy festival as well. Problematic Pub Comedy Festival. That's selling well.
Yeah.
Come and see us. I'm doing a work in progress show, Pint Pies and Lies.
Yeah.
And Simon's doing his tour.
Passport to Pandemonium. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all true stories. They're all fucked up.
Yeah.
They're mentally ill. All right.
So and also keep an eye on our Pot the Dowie Club because the next
keep
two
your
are
eye on
sold out.
fucking Simon.
But July 11th is on sale now.
Nice one. Our Nails, our next sponsor. They're based in Station Road, Port Talbot. They support grassroots of music, comedy, poetry nights. They do festivals. They're absolutely brilliant. Come down to Our Nails, Port Talbot for a good night. And thank you very much.